that the civil disobedient movement, what are the civil disobedient movement that we are saying? That they are started that remove the salt taxes because to protection from the Indian industries, reduce land revenue by 15%, release political prisoners, army reduction of expenditure and civil service. These are the demands of the civil disobedient movement that we have already done in the introduction part. Why the people have started the civil disobedient movement. And civil disobedient movement has started by the Mahatma Gandhi ji. Because what happened, the resolution get passed at Lahore session, that also we have learned that we should get a complete Swaraj or Purna Swaraj, or we should get the independence. By considering this, Mahatma Gandhi ji has started the civil disobedient movement. Okay, so that in this civil disobedient movement, Mahatma Gandhi ji has kept some demands in front of the British government, that they remove the salt taxes, reduce land revenue, that protect the Indian industries that we are started. The Tata industry has started by Jamshedji Tata that we have learned in lesson number 2. Okay, so that protect the Indian industry, release the political leaders because everywhere the movement has started, the Britishers had kept everyone in the in the jails or in the prison so that they should be released, a reduction of the expenditure. All these things they kept their demand in front of the British officers. Okay, and the first and most important of this civilist moment is the Dandi March. Dandi March means what? The government, the British government has imposed a tax on the salt. And we knows very well that salt is an essential commodity because we put the salt in our food. So it is a daily commodity. So the Mahatma Gandhi ji feel that it is an essential good so that our Indian people will not face will they are not able they should not pay the taxes on this salt, so that already this proposal they have put in front of the British government, but the British government deny that. If the British government deny that, so the Mahatma Gandhi ji has decided that he should launch a satyagraha all over the India. Why he decided to launch the satyagraha all over India? Because he wanted he wanted to break the Salt Act. Okay, so that then the Mahatma Gandhi ji, why he started this Dandi March? Because the objective behind is that to break the oppressive and unjust laws of British government to through peace and satyagraham. This is the only objective behind it. And the Gandhiji, he chose the Dandi seashore, just like our the Alibag seashore is there, or various uh, in Worli sea, the other seashore is there. Okay, and in the same way, Dandi is a name of the beach, or it's a seashore. So that Mahatma Gandhiji decided the Dandi seashore. So that on 12th March 1913, when 12th March, just wait a minute. On 12th March, this 12th March, Gandhiji had decided that he will start a Dandi March. So that he left Sabarmati Ashram with a 78 followers. How many? 78 followers. There are 78 followers. Along with that, he started his Dandi March. Okay, students. So that started his Dandi March. Then later on, he crossed the distance. He crossed the distance 385 kilometer. How many? 385 kilometer, because the Sabarmati Ashram to till Dandi seashore. It is 385 kilometers. He covered that much distance. But when he left, when he set out with the Sabarmati ashram, only he is along with the 78 followers. But when he reached to the Dandi seashore, there were so many people, or the local peoples, or wherever the Gandhiji is gone through the walking. Okay, they start Dandi match by walking. So while walking, he started to give various speeches and started to awake the people regarding the Salt Act, and we have to break the Salt Act. So at last, on 5th April 1930, on 5th April 1930, he reached who Gandhiji and his followers reached to Dandi. And on 6th April, Mahatma Gandhiji, he pick up some salt from the seashore and break the Salt Act. So by others, moment get encouraged or motivated by this Dandi march, and everywhere, all over part of the India, this civil disobedient movement gets started. And here the Peshawar Satyagraha. Dear student, it is a picture of the Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. It's a Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. He is a great follower. He is a great follower of the Mahatma Gandhiji. Means how Mahatma Gandhiji was there. In the same way, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was also there. Means whatever the principles, sorry, what are the principles are there? Whatever the principles are there, same principles get followed by the Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Just like in the last lesson, we have learned that Nelson Mandela from the South Africa is also known as the second Mahatma Gandhiji. Why? Because he was the frontier of Mahatma Gandhiji. In the same way, in non-cooperation movement, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan is a frontier of Mahatma Gandhiji, and he was a loyal follower. And this Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan founded Khudae Khidmatgar. Khudae Khidmatgar means the follower of God, or the who learn who follow all the principles which is set up by the God. Khudae Khidmatgar, or the servant of the God. He founded this organization on 23rd April at Peshawar. Peshawar is a name of the place, and currently this place, it is in Pakistan. Peshawar. So that all the towns, means all the towns in the hands of the Satyagrahas in nearly for a week. And the British government, he gave an order to the Garhwal regiment. So what is a Garhwal regiment? Is a name of the regiment, is a name of the army who were working in the Peshawar. So regiment, I mean, is a group of the army. Regiment is a group of the army. So British government gave order to that Garhwal regiment to carry out the open firing on the Satyagrahi. But the Chandra Singh Thakur, who? Chandra Singh Thakur. Chandra Singh Thakur was the officer in the Garhwal regiment. He refused that. Why he refused that? Because he has the idea about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. By considering this, he refused to do the open firing. So that if suppose such kind of incidents, if anyone is not obeying any rules in the army, so they have a special code, army code, and in that army code he got the severe punishment. Who? Chandra Singh Thakur. Then the British government found themselves in a various difficult situation, and at last British government arrested Mahatma Gandhiji on 4th May 1930. Why? Because Chandra already Mahatma Gandhiji has break the Salt Act. Then later on they Peshawar, the Satyagraha, the Peshawar Satyagraha, they are aware about it. So because of that, what happened? the British government are in difficult situation. The British government are in difficult situation. So that by considering this, they arrested Mahatma Gandhi ji. They arrested the Mahatma Gandhi ji. Okay. So that if anyone get arrested, just right now, currently also, if any political leader get arrested, the follower of that particular member of that party, they create a protest all over the country in the same way. When the Gandhiji get arrested, the protest is carried over all over the India. Then next one is the Solapur Satyagraha. This is the picture of the Solapur Satyagraha. The meal worker, they are ahead. Forefront means they are ahead in the Solapur Satyagraha. So what they did on 6th May 1930, when on 6th May 1930, they announced a hartal in Solapur, and the district collector is also gave order of open firing on that meal worker, so that the people, there were so many volunteers get died in that firing. So as a result, the people attacked on the police station, railway station, court, and municipal building. And the government has declared the martial law, and agitation was separate. Martial laws means if anyone they started to shoot, they did the open firing. Such kind of martial law as declared, and anyone they can arrest the people without any prior information. So all these things can included in the martial law. So because of this, what happened? This Malappa Dhanashetty, Shri Krishna Sarda, Kurban Hussain, Jagannath Shinde, they got arrested and they got the punishment of hang to death, hang till death. Okay. Now the Dharasana Satyagraha. It is the Dharasana Satyagraha. This Dharasana Satyagraha, it is a Dharasana, it is a name of the place which is in Gujarat, and which are led by, who is the leader of the Dharasana Satyagraha? Sarojini Naidu. So what happened in that Dharasana Satyagraha? That the police, if the police, they did the lathi charge on a first group, if the after that charging lathi, doing that lathi charge, that group of the people they come back and they did the medical treatment, and the another group of satyagrahi, they are going ahead. So it happens so many times. Why? Because they wanted to break the salt act, but the satyagrahi silently tolerated and they blow the lathi charge. And this, it happens continuously and endlessly. And this salt satyagraha in Maharashtra took place at Wadala, Malvan, and Shiroda. Because in in Wadala, Malvan, and Shiroda, these three places is very close to the sea area, so that there is a salt pan. If there is a salt pan, definitely salt satyagraha is going on. Okay, and where there were no salt pan, for example, in a Sangamner, it is in the middle of the state. There were no salt pan. So where there were no salt pan, the people are started to raise their voice against the Forest Act. That at the introduction part that I have given, that Britishers, they charge taxes on the forest goods, which is available free of cost in the forest. So that some people they started to raise, or they started to do the movement against that. So these are they wanted to break the forest law. So there were jungle satyagrahis at Bilashi. Bilashi is the name of the place. Sangamner, Posad, Chirner, and Kalvan in the Maharashtra. Student, these are the name of the place. Why they started? They wanted to break the forest laws, and this thing is also come in the civil disobedient movement. And here sacrifice of the Babu Genu. And real when this sacrifice has done at that time, Babu Genu was just 19 to 20 years old. So what in Mumbai, the one truck has come, and that truck is fully loaded with the foreign goods. And the vehicle that transporting foreign goods, they all the mill worker wanted to stop that, and that the head or the leader of that worker is the Babu Genu, a mill worker. Okay, and this truck carrying a foreign goods, this truck carrying the foreign goods, and the various people or the various leader, they they slip they slip in front of the road, sorry, in front of the truck on the road. The police are trying to remove these leaders from on the road, but the Babu Genu has denied that, so that that fully foreign goods loaded truck has finally, they did not move, means Babu Genu did not move from his place, and this truck has crushed under the truck, and Babu Genu had martyrdom. Martyrdom मतलब इसको बोलते हैं ना, शहीद हो गए, or they sacrificed their life for the country. This is the martyrdom. And this sacrifice of the Babu Genu is the inspiration for the national movement. So students, not only boys or the girl, only male leaders are there. There are female leaders are also there. There were female leaders who are leading the civil disobedient movement. Just right now we have learned the Sarojini Naidu, who are leading the Dhara Satyagraha, Kasturba Gandhi, Kamla Devi Chattopadhyay, Avantika Bai Gokhale, Leelavati Munshi, Hansaben Mehta. These are the female leaders who led the Satyagraha. And the movement is completely based on the non-violence, so that the British government was trying to greatly suppress this movement, but the people protested unarmed. Due to this, Indian people become fearless. Why people become fearless? See, if we are just right now, current also, if you will see the news, there are various this one Maratha Morcha is going on. In that Maratha Morcha, the people, they are not carrying any kind of the weapon in their hand. So the police or the government cannot put them in the jail. Why? Because silently they are doing their satyagraha. Same thing, the British they was get surprised. They cannot do anything because there were no arm in the hands of the satyagraha, so that the British cannot arrest them. Okay. And then later on, the people, they have the round table conference. The round table conference, because day by day, the civil disobedience movement has getted spreaded all over the country. By considering this, the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald, he started to discuss the constitutional issue. It means that the Britishers cannot arrest the people, because the arms and weapons, it is not in the hands of the people. So that the Britishers were decided that they will discuss the constitutional issue. So they organized round table conference, the period in between 1930 to 1932, and there were 3 round table conference. How many? 3 round table conference. The first round table conference were decided that they will held this conference at London. But, and in that conference, the leaders of various were from various corner. It means the from various society, whether it is a minor society or various political leaders, they get invited. But no one is there to represent the National Congress Party. So that so this roundtable conference is meaningful, because when this movement was carrying out, At that time, the Indian National Congress were on the ruling, or there are members in the constitution, uh, on the British Assembly. If there were no representative, so how will that round table conference get carried forward? So that this first round table conference get declined, or they stop. Then the next one is the Gandhi Irwin. So by the failure of the first roundtable conference, the British government, they released the Mahatma Gandhi ji and some other leaders so that they can participate in the roundtable conference, and the issue get resolved. And the issue gets resolved, so that there is a Irwin. Irwin is a name. And Irwin is voice. Is a viceroy. Okay, so there is a sign, or the bond is happen in between the Gandhiji and the Irwin. So that bond, or that agreement, is known as the Gandhi Irwin Pact. So according to this pact, British government, they assured that the responsible government would be added in the Constitution of India. Responsible government means, is supposed, if any kind of issues or any kind of government from the Gujarat or from the Karnataka, so that state government, or that state governor, particular that government is also will take the part in the constitution. Okay, and this one thing is get declared in the Gandhi Irwin Pact, and second, that the Mahatma Gandhi ji has stopped, not stopped, they withdraw the civil disobedient movement, and stop and they agree to attend the second round table conference. See, student, non-cooperation movement has stopped because that movement has taken the face of the violence, and the civil disobedient movement has stopped because the people, British government has agreed that the particular state government will be a part of the constitution. For example, just salt pan. So wherever there is a salt pan, only that they will not charge any kind of the tax on essential goods. So such kind of things were get agreed in this Gandhi Irwin Pact. And second one, the Gandhiji has withdrawn the civil disobedient movement. And Gandhiji had decided that they will go to the second round table. But in that second round table, all the this Ramsay MacDonald's are there, all the representative of the various peoples are there. Then what they were decided, that everyone should take a part in the constitution, Indian constitution. But still there is a different opinion of the people. Actually, why this act kept? Because each and every should get a chance to participate in the constitution. But here there is a lots of disputes among the members who are attended that in second round table conference. So Mahatma Gandhi ji has decided to, because the Mahatma Gandhi ji has didn't get anything, that why he attended that round table conference, that everyone should get participate in the constitution. But the again dispute that get arises, that no, why this area, why this region should get participate, this region is not that much of capable of that. Such kind of the dispute get arises in this conference. So that Gandhiji feel that there were no need, or no need to stand in the second roundtable conference. He leave that conference and come back to London, come back to India. When he come back to India, the government has put them in the Yerwada jail. And Yerwada jail, it is the name of the place, Yerwada, which is in the Pune. He kept in the Yerwada jail. At that time, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was also there in that table conference. Then in that table conference, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, they said that there were different type of electrodes. Electrodes means what? The different type of one type of membership. One type of membership should be there in the table in the Indian Constitution. So this one get accepted by the Ramsay MacDonald also. But the Mahatma Gandhiji is very disappointed with that, because at that time what is necessary, that Indian freedom was necessary, and here the Britishers has divided. The Britishers had decided the divide and rule policy, and they wanted to divide the people as per the caste. Mahatma Gandhiji doesn't wanted to do that, so by opposing that act, the Mahatma Gandhiji at Yerwada jail, he is for till end fast. It is till end fast. But so that the other members of the National Congress, he just talked to the Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar, and by seeing the national interest, the Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar stopped that act. That is known as the communal awards. That is known as the communal award. Okay, students. So this has happened in the second round table conference, and in third round table conference, what happened again? Because there were no any kind of decision is happened in the first round table conference. In first table round conference, there were no member of the National Congress. So it is meaningless. In second round table conference, there is a dispute amongst the people. So again, it is meaningless. And third round table conference, again there were no representative of the National Indian Congress. So that this conference is also fertile. Fertile means they are not fruitful. Okay. Now here the second phase of the round table conference, a civil disobedience movement, that when Gandhiji returned to the India, so that he decided to restart the disobedience movement, then Gandhiji immediately arrested. And see, Gandhiji had decided to start again that civil disobedience movement, because he was stopped. He withdraw the civil disobedient movement because he had met the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. But there were no, all that round table conference are not fruitful. So he decided that he will start again. But the Britishers, they arrested the Mahatma Gandhiji. So that government, they responded to this movement by using inhuman oppressive method. Inhuman oppressive method means they started to do the open firing, they started to do the lathi charge. These are the inhuman oppressive. Why? Because they wanted to stop the civil disobedience movement. So this was strangling of civics right everywhere. The Indian National Congress and its associate institution were declared illegal, means Khudai Khidmatgar, or wherever in Dharasana Satyagraha, which is in the Gujarat. So they started to do the Satyagraha. They established various kinds of the institution. Government has declared that kind of that institution is illegal. So the restrictions were put on whatever the national newspapers, national literature, because what happened? The people get motivated by this newspaper and the literature. The government started to see on that thing also. And so by considering this, the Gandhiji has withdrawn this movement. So the historic phase of civil dis movement came to an end. So okay, students, here we have end with our lesson. Okay, students, here we have end